Geometry section 3.4, problem number 3. We're given this triangle here with two smaller triangles inside, and we're told that WY bisects ZWX, and there was a typo there originally, so ZWX, it bisects it, which means that it's going to break it into two equal angles. So we can mark those two equal angles there. We're also told that angle Z is equal to angle X. So angle Z, angle X, those are equal. And just looking at the picture for free things I can find out, I know that a shared side is going to be equal to itself by the reflexive property, so I'm going to mark that right away too. And I'm trying to prove that angle WYZ, my goal is to prove that this angle down here is equal to WYX. WYX is equal to this angle over here. So I want to be able to prove that. If I can prove that two triangles are congruent, I can use CP/CTC to get me the rest of the way there. So let's see if we can do that. We have an angle, and a side. Angle, angle, side is a form of congruence, a valid form of congruence. And so that is what we are going to use. So now we need to actually go through our proof and lay out all the steps to do that. We start with our given, that's the freebie information right in the problem. WY bisects ZWX, Z and X are equal. Second step we're going to go to is to say that the two angles that are being bisected are in fact equal to each other. So angle ZWY is equal to angle XWY. My angle signs aren't perfect there, but those two angles are equal to each other, and the reason that we can say that they're equal to each other is by the definition of a bisector. So similar to one of the earlier ones. By the definition of the bisector. Next step we need to do is this purple set of lines here marking that WY is equal to itself. So we can establish that side. WY is equal to WY, and that is by the reflexive property. So now, from our given and from these last two statements, we have an angle, and a side that are equal to each other. So we're going to go ahead and make a statement about these triangles. And I am going to start from the outside here. So I'm going to start ZWY. ZWY. That triangle is equal to, and I'm going to start now from the other side and go up the same direction because I have to have my corresponding parts matching up. XWY. XWY. And that is by angle, side. And I'm going to want to mark my little triangle symbols here since we are dealing with two triangles. Last step I'm going to do then is figure out what I'm actually supposed to prove. And I'm going to use CP/CTC to do that. So I have these two angles down here at the base, and the way that I'm going to show that they are in fact congruent, WYZ is equal to WYX, is by using CP/CTC. And we can see that here because WYZ, WYZ, first or second, third, and then back to first, is equal to WYX. And as long as you do the corresponding parts in the right order of these two congruent triangles, you can say that those two angles are in fact equal to each other. So my last step is to actually just write that out. WYZ is equal to angle WYX. And that is by, again, CP/CTC.